George Packard Family Lawn and Landscape, and today we're going to talk about the marketing for the fall, which starts right now. This is in June. This is something that most people never think about because everyone's so busy with the lawn maintenance and the landscaping that they have right now. They're dealing with that spring rush. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the reasons you need to be thinking about those things right now and not waiting until fall for it to get here, okay? That's what we'll talk about in just a minute. Hello again, everyone. George Packard Family Lawn and Landscape, and today we're going to talk about the importance of your marketing strategy for the fall, which starts today. You need to be doing that stuff. You need to be doing it year-round, not this time of year. But there's a lot of people right now who aren't thinking about their advertising or their marketing strategies for the upcoming fall or winter months. You know, none of that's coming around. So it's not coming into their brain, and they need to be thinking about that stuff now because it's coming. It's absolutely coming. One of the biggest mistakes that I see guys making is that they will not think about when the fall comes. You know, you get the spring of the year, you get a rush of calls that come in, a flood of calls, and then you get super swamped and super busy, and you're just praying that it lasts this way all year. And how many times has it happened to you when all of a sudden the fall comes around or midsummer, and then all of a sudden your workload just went right down, the phone stops ringing, you don't know what's going on, and now all of a sudden you're worried if you're going to have enough money to make it through the winter. Well, this has happened to me quite a few times over the years until I finally figured it out and I got the strategy, which again is the internet marketing, which if you're not doing the internet marketing, you're really truly missing the boat. And I want to tell you just a real quick story of what I mean by that. Okay, I've got a great website and I rank very high. Just the other day, some guy calls me. He doesn't live, lives like 5 hours away from Chicago or something. Has a lake house. He wants me to go up there, look at it, shoot him a price, and lo and behold, I get the job, and it's like a $5,000 seed job, okay? It took me an hour to go do the job, or to bid the job and whatnot, but the point of the whole thing was, never even met this guy. It wasn't a word of mouth thing or anything. We always ask people, how did you hear about us? And he said it was the internet. So that just landed me a $5,000 job. This goes on all the time in my company. This is a non-stop thing, whether it's here in Wisconsin or in Florida. The phone rings all the time because of the internet. I have stressed this over and over and over again, and some people just aren't getting it. They're going to wait until, because they're busy, they're not thinking about the fall, they're not thinking about the winter, and they're not thinking about growing their business as a whole. They're not taking time out of their day to do that stuff. Eventually, a lot of times, guys, the work runs out, and you know it runs out. So if you're not paying attention to bringing in new clients all the time and staying busy all the time, you're really missing the boat, and you got to focus on that. Okay, that's very important. Word of mouth, in a small town, word of mouth is a big thing because everybody talks to everybody, everybody knows everybody's business, all that crap, you know. So if you do good work, that's great. Word will get around about you. Word also gets around if you're higher priced. You know, I mean, it's the whole word of mouth thing. If you do a terrible job for one person in your town, the whole town's going to know about it, you know. So I hate the whole word of mouth experience, but it is what it is. So in a bigger city, word of mouth doesn't mean near as much. I mean, a lot of guys say, oh yeah, I don't even advertise because I do so much business word of mouth. Well, I think you're full of shit because you're not going to do so much business unless you're a solo guy, and yeah, you're swamped because you got 50 lawns and that's all you can possibly handle. But if you're dealing with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of accounts like we are, you know, that word of mouth thing, yeah, it's part of the whole process. Yeah, it's part of helping you grow your business, but it certainly is not everything whatsoever. So it's far off what it needs to be, put it that way. Again, the common mistakes are the guys aren't thinking about that. People aren't thinking about it. You got to think about it now. So I've offered before. I'll offer them again. I offer my website guy. He comes on. He'll build a site for you guys. He'll do the initial SEO work for you, get you on the first page of Google for like $1,000. And I've offered this to you guys countless times. And you know, sometimes you guys, you know, the guys who have taken me up on this are very happy. Their phone is ringing. They're making money. You know, other times, not so much. But, you know, if they're not taking my advice, you know, I can't make you guys do it. But, you know, you got to keep in mind that I'm just trying to help you. So, Ben, back to the marketing strategy. That needs to be a year-round strategy, not an everyday strategy. So, you guys shoot me an email. Leave me a message, a comment, something like that. I'll turn you on to my guy. That's not something that happens overnight, you guys. You got to get involved with it now while you're making the money. It's the best money you're ever going to spend, believe me, on any type of advertising is the internet. It's going to be the best money you've ever spent. So our phone rings off the wall all the time. We'll do, you know, 5 bids a day here in Wisconsin and probably another 5 to 10 in Florida. So, and that's every day, you guys. So it's really a good tool to use, a tool you need to have if you don't already have it. So that was George Packard, Family Lawn and Landscape, and leave me your comments below and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, guys. See ya.